Hello and welcome to the British Dapper, and today we're talking about 5 things to do when preparing for a special event. So I'm reminded of a phrase: failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And this video I'm talking about 5 key things you need to consider when you're preparing for a special event. It might be to a friend's wedding, your own wedding, could be to a funeral or a special event, a gala or some other special occasion that requires you to be on your best. Look your best, look your sharpest, and really make that look stand out for you personally. So those 5 things are quite key. They may seem very common sense, but a lot of people fail because they fail to achieve these 5 things in preparation for a special event. So the first thing I'm going to suggest to you is select and put your ensemble together days or weeks ahead of the event. In other words, physically hang it on a hanger, pull it all together so you can see the whole thing in totality. Think about the colour choices you've made. Is it something that you really like? Why are you wearing it? Is it for a special type of event where there's a dress code? Do you think it conforms to that dress code? So that's the first level of understanding about the ensemble that you're putting together. So we have it all in place, we have the items. So the next thing to do is to try it on. It may have been in your wardrobe for a long period of time. You might have fitted in it when it was first worn and put into the wardrobe. You may have put on some weight, you may have lost some weight since then. And is it all in good condition? So for example, does it need to go to a tailor's? Does it need to have some adjustments made? Have you got something better that looks better in your wardrobe? Is it really going to achieve what you want it to achieve if it's ill-fitting? All this is achieved within seconds of putting it on. I mean, not just a jacket or a pair of trousers, the whole shooting match, the whole range of your ensemble. The idea is to make sure the shirt fits, that there's no wrinkles or damage to the collars or the cuffs. The same with the jacket. Make sure it fits how you want it to fit. The trousers, make sure they still fit in the waist and in the thigh and drape to the right level on the shoe for the shoes that you've selected to wear with that ensemble. The same goes for the tie and the pocket square. Is it the really sharp end of what you want to portray? Is it the best tie you've got for that look that you want to achieve? Is it the best pocket square to complement that tie? Is the shirt colour the right colour? All those things fall into that fit, that practice wear. So number 3 on our list is inspect it. Carry out an inspection of every item of your ensemble. So starting off with the shirt and the suit, check for loose buttons, any loose threads that might appear on the buttons. The reason why I say this is because if you've got one, fix it there and then. Do not leave it thinking, oh, it will get by with that. Because I can assure you, when that button comes off, it's not because it's been hanging in the wardrobe. It's not going to fall off whilst it's in the wardrobe. It's going to fall off when you're wearing it. And when it does so, you're going to end up turning up to an event with a button missing off a series in a row, or it will fall off where your jacket's going to be done up, or visibly somewhere where it's evident that the buttons come off. And that's going to mark down people's perception of your ensemble and the way you look. And it's going to be very disappointing for you when you find that button missing. Same with loose threads. Loose threads in a jacket could mean that the seam is going to unravel. You could end up with a split along a seam line, and that's going to really be upsetting. Same on the trousers. The hem might have a loose thread. It might end up that the actual hem of your trousers will drop and cover the shoe and look really not a very good look at all, let's say. And the same with zips. Make sure they're functional. If it's not, you can at least have time to get it to a tailor's or a seamstress and have the zip replaced, so that you don't end up with that embarrassing situation where you're in the toilet and you can't do up your fly to leave. Just an example there. The fourth thing I'm going to talk about is that next step, that in preparation step that you need to do, which is make sure those shoes are polished. Make sure that that shirt is ironed. Make sure your suit is clean and ready to go. Steam the suit if needed. Maybe dry clean it if you've got plenty of time. And the reason why I say plenty of time is because sometimes you can put something in for dry cleaning and there might be a complication, there might be a machine's breakdown, and your garment is still in the process and not cleaned on time. So make sure if you're going to do this, you have that done well in advance or with enough time that you can get it back and prepared, ready to wear on the day. So with that shirt, make sure when you iron the shirt that there's no lines on the shirt, no creases, unnecessary creases. Make sure that it's clean, that any tide marks you might get on the cuffs or on the collar have been removed. It's surprising how that can make a world of difference. Maybe even consider, if it's an old shirt, do you need to actually get a new shirt for that special occasion? Could you have the shirt treated? Take it to a dry cleaner's where they might starch the shirt. It's something that you really need to consider. Make sure the tie is not stained or dirty. Make sure if there is a little mark on it, you get a stain remover on it straight away. The final thing I'm going to say is watch the weather. Now, whether it's winter or summer, spring or autumn, weather changes. Even in the height of summer, you can have really hot conditions and then on the day it rains torrentially, or it's a really changed drop in temperature or rise in temperature. So you need to be prepared for that. And you're not going to be prepared for that if you've just focused on one ensemble. So consider having a second ensemble ready on standby, ready to go. So if you have to make that last minute choice, you can swap from a winter suit to a warmer summer suit, so that you can make that transition at the very last minute between, for example, a thicker suit for a thinner suit, or for a change in the attire. For example, it might be to include a raincoat. So think about the changes that are going to happen in weather. Monitor the forecast if need be. But don't assume because it's hot at the beginning of the week, it's going to be like that throughout the whole week. So it's wise to have another choice available, ready to go if you have to make those last minute changes, because it's then going to be a chosen choice, not a panic choice. And that makes the world of difference in the presentation of yourself at an organised function or a special event. And that's what's going to get you those compliments, because you're well practiced, well put together, no loose threads, polished, ironed, ready to go for the right conditions. There is no way you can fail. So just to remind you, we have a Patreon page, and I'll leave the link down below so you can have a look at that. But it is for like-minded people. It's to join our club and to discuss things sartorial and maybe make a contribution, observations, opinions. And depending on the level of access you have, you get monthly free videos at the lowest level. You could get weekly videos, additional content, unique content to Patreons only. You can also get access to our WhatsApp group to have discussions with like-minded people, post your ideas and views on certain subjects sartorially. You can also, at the next level up, have one-to-one monthly video calls with myself, or monthly question and answer sessions where we can address yours and other people's issues and get some ideas of how to address those. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, then please feel free to do so. We have a Buy Me a Coffee page, so if you'd like to make a contribution to the channel, then please feel free to do so. We also love constructive comments, so if you'd like to make some, jot them down below. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And if you've got a question you'd like to pose to us or you'd like an answer to, then why not jot it down? We'll try and answer your question for you. We also like ideas for future videos, so if you want to make a contribution and make a suggestion about future content, then please, again, jot it in the notes below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. The next video could be something that you've recommended or suggested. So until next time, take care.